Hey, this is the 8th video of my Vivid Stasis series. Go watch the other ones first if you haven't already. This is another puzzle video, which means the meter is back. Let's see, who should I outsource this time? Ooh, how about WSX? She's an artist who did some of the jacket art for Vivid Stasis. Hello Julie, I love your-
Goedenavond NPX, wat kan ik voor je doen zo laat in de nacht?
Wait, you don't speak English either? Okay, I didn't plan for this. Can you at least understand me?
Oh, ik kan je goed verstaan hoor. Ook al zijn de meiden nu wat luidruchtig. Hopelijk is dat geen probleem.
Well, you had to work with the rest of the team somehow.
We gebruiken voornamelijk semaphore-signen.
I need a needle for this meter, and I want you to send an image for it. Anything will do.
Ik heb vast nog wel iets rondslingeren in mijn windmolen. Ah, wacht. Ik kan het gewoon mezelf doen.
That's not even an image, that's just you! How did you get in here? Does everyone have access to my computer or something?
Wel, je achterdeur stond nog open en je wachtwoord was shell-ja. Yeah. Het was niet zo moeilijk hoor. Je moet gewoon je cybersecurity wat opschroeven.
Well, I don't know how to say thank you in Dutch. How do I say thank you in Dutch?
Wij zeggen altijd neuk in de keuken. Dat betekent I love you.
Nee oken in de K oken?
Dankjewel. Ik ben er de hele playthrough gewoon bij. Is dat niet gezellig?
Alright, say bye to the viewers!
Hey, hallo.
Okay, bye. You cannot be fucking serious with this right now. What? Since when did you think each chapter would only have one puzzle-solving part? What the fish do I do with this, man? Is this just like a barcode? What's going on here? Oh no, this is probably like Morse code. This could be Morse code. This one's blowing my fucking mind. Is this just math? This one's also just math. And this one could be actually anything. Now that I've given them another look, I have some ideas for all of them. But I'm on hour 5 of streaming. I've been live for 5 fucking hours. Oh wait, this one's really easy. Wait, no, I can just solve this right now. Fish it. So here's what I'm gonna do. If I don't get these like pretty quickly, because once again, I have ideas. I'm the ideas guy here. And if it really is that simple, then I can go ahead and just like unlock this shit for next stream. So far, all of them have unlocked a chart. If it's anywhere near as hard as the last one, I'm fucking cooked. So like if this second bit is just like Morse code, then what we do is we Google a translator. Chat, I have good news. It made a word. I know I didn't show you guys this, but it made the word detection. As far as I know, that's just that one solved. So this one, I mean, we're just going back with the red-blue addition and subtraction rules. Start with 5, add 13, subtract 26, subtract 3, add 3. Huh. It gets us -8. I don't know if that one's right. I'll be so real. I have no idea if that one's right. I mean, this one's actually really easy. You just color match. We have 1, we have 2, we have 3, we have 4, we have 5, we have 6, 4 and 7. 4 and 7 share a color. 9 and 3 also share a color. And then 10 is its own. 5. It's 5. Okay, this one's 5. But you have that whiteboard if you're not using it for shit. So this one, I mean, I'm just getting 5. Something to do with that 5th one, because that 5th one is the only one where the amount matches up with the number, with the corresponding like colored number. Then this first one is just like a giant fucking middle finger. This first one's just a giant middle finger. 15 times 12 divided by 27. That won't add up. That gives me an infinite decimal. Truly no idea with that one. What is that? I see a square root of a fucking fraction. But also, so the other like weird part about this is that there are 2 red parts. I'm gonna have to go grab like a scientific calculator, dude. I can't use my fucking Windows calculator anymore. Does the battery still work? Oh my god, it does. My trusty TI-30 that I haven't used since high school. 1 divided by 26, which gives us another nightmare number, 0.44285. This one's just like a scatter plot. Don't know what's going on there. I guess I just count that there's 18 dots there. This is an order of operations question. Square root 10, multiply it by 2, minus 1. Another nightmare decimal. I think it's like 5.3245. You shouldn't be getting nightmare numbers if you're doing it right. This last one, holy clam. Holy clam, what is going on in this last one? Alright, it's a good day to have a scientific calculator for one of these fucking things. This bottom one, if I'm just counting the dots, it's me 8.223 3, 8, 4. What does this mean? Go fish yourself. Only one of these is actually a whole number, from what I can tell. And it's the one where I literally just counted. So instead of trying to solve this puzzle for the next like several hours, I'm gonna just like save this. And you know what? I'll figure that one out later. But I'll start brute forcing it when I think I've got that one solved. Until then, I'm gonna close Vivid Stasis. Thank you all for watching. Bye. Am I connected to the internet? I don't know. I'm scared that I might be. What did you miss last stream? Oh, we were just fishing a little bit. The biggest deal with the circle and the diamond is I don't know what the dot's supposed to represent. In that case, what is a dot? What does a dot represent? Once I figure out what a dot represents, I can solve both circle and diamond pretty easily, actually. Here were my like individual boxes that I had like sorted out last stream. If it was just count the dots, so I know for sure that it's not just count the dots. I know for a fact it's not that, because in that case, the only thing that becomes like even remotely intelligible for a solution is this fucking 18 here. And there's no way that that's the case. There's just no way. I did this one wrong. So even if this one is count the dots, that's a sequence of characters.
Dear MPX, while I do enjoy your highly intelligent and engaging gameplay, I am still in favor of experiencing more of your streams' fantastic advertising. I would love if you could tune it so that those are more frequent. I believe a 90% add 10% gameplay ratio would be optimal.
I do agree. I do agree. I think a 90% add to 10% gameplay ratio would be much better for both the viewer's experience and mine. So just for that, we're sending you specifically that new ratio. We're using you as our control group. We're experimenting with it right now to see if it'll really work out in the future. So you're going to be experiencing 90% adds to 10% gameplay from here on out. Thank you for opting in to our brand new program. We're going to see how it works out. I mean, that's just 13 plus 5. That's just 18. Then it's just 18 minus 26. That brings us back to -8. Minus 3 more. -11 plus 3. Back to -8. I don't know if that's really going to be a part of the code. But that would make it longer, like, because, so I did determine long ago that I can input characters into here as well. It's not just numbers and letters. I can input characters as well. So, like, honestly, the negatives could just be a part of the solution. None of the dot lengths actually exceed 9, which is very important to note. That means they could represent individual, like, numbers. So, like, maybe this 18 is actually correct, but these are not, because that's like a scatter plot, like 5, 2, 7 for the first. Yes, that's what I was thinking. Also, that's 8. 5, 2, 8 times 4, 3, 5, and we divide that by 4, 5, 9, 3, 6, and that gets us 5. So that tells me that's likely the solution. So we get 5 for this first box. Welcome back. My scientific calculator from fucking high school that I still have for some reason. I feel so sigma. Okay, so we got 1 over 4,976, and then we take the square root of that, and then we take the square root of that. By the way, 1 over 4,976 gets you 0.000200965. Then we square root, answer. That did not give me like an intelligible answer. Oh, I see. I actually see. I did it wrong. So the red is a hint. I mentioned this last stream. If I'm correct, that's actually 0. That's not 1 over. So what it really wants me to do is the square root of 1,04976. That's what it actually wants me to do. And that gets me 18. That gets me 18, which tells me that I'm on the right track with that. You have an actual calculator for this? Well, I don't have, dude, I get like parentheses and shit on this calculator. Oh, you guys can actually kind of read it. Yeah, you guys actually can read the calculator. I didn't know, because I like get a square root button and parentheses and all that shit. I can really just punch in the equation. I have an answer button, most importantly. That thing is so convenient to have. Square root of 64, that'll just get us 8, times 2 minus 1. The times 2 will happen first, order of operations. That gives us 15. So this next one we have big parenthesis around that top numerator, the numerator. I forgot the word for numerator. I remember denominator, and it changed my life. Square root of 15 plus 25 divided by 0.5 plus the double square root 256. That brings us a fuck-ass number. So I either punched it in wrong or something's up. So let me just do individual parts really quick. Oh, I actually did punch it in wrong. I did actually punch it in wrong. But I punched in that top bit wrong. It's square root 15 plus 25, and then that is plus a square root. I just like completely missed this part when I was typing in the equation. 81, so that'll be 9 Can we divide that in half? Okay, that's also wrong. Am I counting wrong or something? Oh, that's what I'm doing wrong. I actually was misreading that big square root. That thing covers the whole thing. So it's really 40 plus the square root of 91. Wait, not 91, 81, which gets us 49. And then it's the square root of that, which gets us to 7 for the numerator. So divide that by 0.5, that gets us to 14. So we have 14 plus 4. So that one's also 18. Beautiful, beautiful. So now we have whole numbers for every single box. 5, 1, 8, 1, 8, 1, 5, 1, 8. That's what that would mean. For now, I'm leaving it like that. I will say the placement of the ones is suspicious, because if those are just like supposed to represent a divider of sorts, I mean, then I just omit the ones and call it a fishing day. Then it's 58858, whatever. I don't think the circle reads the way that the diamond did, now that I've done it like that. This would come out to a very, very different answer if it did read that way. Hello, Pasa. Let's do it anyway. Let's do it anyway. So, like, when I just count the dots, when I play count the dots, this is what I get. This is my sequence. Do the red dots mean 0 like in the diamond one? No. So, that's actually something a little bit different about that. The red line, it's a line, not a dot. I think that's worth noting in the diamond. The red line is a dot. That's why I'm thinking this is similar to the first one, where it's actually addition and subtraction. If we operate on the diamond logic, we get 212 plus 535 minus fishing 15555, which gets us negative 154,000, which is why I don't think it's this. Minus 3 more. And then this last one will be the same as this one, because there's no fishing chance. It's whatever's going on right there. Do we have a character amount? Yes. That's what I'm actually going to next. That's what I'm going to get to next. We do have a character limit, but it's quite long, which is why the next step is to not reduce any further, or not attempt to reduce these answers any further, because these could be the answer. Evil Jonkler's calling. Detection. Okay, so that doesn't fit. Let's omit the ones. Can I add any more characters? Yes. That is worrisome. Oh, wait, so I do just, like, straight up have to get this one correct. So I thought maybe I'll just convert these to letters for fun. Just see what that does for me. I think 5 was E. I got me R. Oh, is it gonna spell error? It is gonna spell error. Okay, error detection. That's the confirmation sound. So the only information I have, these are all color-coded for the colorblind. The numbers have different colors, and the 9 little, like, sets of squares have different numbers. The only numbers that match up to the only colors that match up to the number is 5. By the way, some colors do repeat in the numbers, is what I'll say. 3 and 9 are the same color. 4 and 7 are the same color. But they also, combined together, did not give me the right thing. So, like, that's all I have for this second bit. Like, even if I do, like, some crazy shit, like 5, 1, 8, minus 8, that's 0. 5, 1, 8, minus 8, minus 11, minus 8, 5. Even, yeah, that was kind of the expected result. That added up to 491, by the way. I don't know if you guys could see that. Yeah, there it is. 4915. Yeah, that's what I expected. Did I solve circle? I don't know. I'll leave it that simply. I have no fucking idea if I solved it. Let's, like, just write out the numbers, right? So there's 3, 5, 9, 10, 15, 16, 18, 20. That's the number of boxes in each one. We can note all of these are below 26. So if we really want, hey, go back to where you fucking belong. Go back up there. We can convert these into letters if we really want. Dude, let's type it because it'll be easier. C, hello, C, hello. All right, you know, we'll just try that again. C, okay. So that makes the most fucking unintelligible thing ever. Even if I do something like, let's just cut out the 5, because that one actually matches up. Renaming my first child ceijnoprt. Yo, that almost kind of reads like Newport. Naming my child after my favorite cigarette brand. If I have to do like a letter conversion again with that, I'll just do it later. I'll just do that later. So the other thing I should note is the only set of boxes that does not have a color is the green set, also known as 10. That was like the whole thing that I got. So what if I removed both of those? What if I removed, it would be the 4th one and the 2nd one. Well, that means fucking nothing. There was no O in port. Oh, it's PRT, yeah. Sorry, I had the Newport joke stuck in my head. So this means nothing. This isn't like a real word. Oh, I get it. Oh, okay, I'm glad to know you get it, Vectors. Thanks for letting me know. These numbers are in ascending order, the boxes, specifically. I mean, the numbers on the bottom are also in ascending order, but that's because they just directly count. What if we read these boxes differently? What if we read them like the dots in previous puzzles, where we get, like, big-ass numbers, by reading the rows. Like, this looks like nonsense. This just looks like nonsense. I don't think I'm getting anywhere with this one. I don't think we're getting any fucking information like this. So let's just go ahead and, like, delete all that. I mean, it cannot have been any more well-placed in the story. I love Pyromania, dude. Just, it's so good. So let's match up the numbers to the boxes really quick. If they have a matching number or numbers, I'll put them in the box. If they don't, I'm just not gonna put anything. So, like, for example, 10, there's just nothing there. I'm not gonna put anything. And this one is 4 and 7. Putting hopscotch on these. I didn't want to say it. I was thinking about it this whole fucking time. Okay, so all the numbers do have a corresponding box. Is there any pattern to ascertain from this? The answer is probably no. Please get me off Cheryl's Telly's Wild Ride. So I'm not spotting like any pattern in these numbers and like compared to these numbers. I don't think there's any math involved in these. Just looking at the numbers that we have. Maybe there is actually, but I'm not quite seeing the pattern for it yet. The biggest setback for that, for one, is this first box in 3. Grode mentioned. These two being connected. Because in this case, 6 is greater than 3. As obvious as that sounds, 6 is greater than 3. And everything else, actually no, this is, yeah, 8 is like less than 9. There's just nothing there. So, I mean, that could just be 0 for all I know. Hold on, I might be having a brain blast. I might be having a brain blast. Let me put this shit together. What did I say those letters were again? Ceijnoprt. That's what we got. Let me just see if this does anything really quick. I don't think so. Hold on, this is making the word. I'll explain it in just a second. Okay. We have protection. So, here is my key. This is my answer key. So, we just count up. So, these boxes are the answer key. These go into this, right? And then the numbers correspond by color. So this one, I put it in there anyway. That was the J at the front, also known as the 4th box or the 4th character. Then it went 1, 2, 3, 4, you know, just counting up, which got me protection. I'm very sure that this is protection. Now, back to circle. Do not understand your brain, and that fascinates me. That's how I feel like watching Tetris players, dude. That's what watching Tetris does to me. So here's what I have currently for the circle cipher. Try to convert this into numbers. I can try. The real problem here is the negatives that I got out of that. And it was 5, so I know 5 was E. And let's just like go crazy for a second. E. 18 was R, I think. That one's like, the 26 is throwing me for a loop there on this one. So what about -8? Let's just go to 8. Let's just see what that gets me. I don't think this is gonna get me anything either. Yeah, because then it's just H. So I don't think that's it. So the reason I think I should note is that I'm trying to convert to letters again, is that so far, 3 out of 4 solutions have been letters. We already got the first 2. That was, hey, shut up, go back to, oh. We got error detection for that one. We already know that this one's protection. Error detection, something protection. That makes me almost certain that this one does somehow convert back into letters. So if this does convert into letters, then somehow this first one will almost always certain be E, and this one will almost always be like R, with the way I want to do this. So what I'm thinking is, let me do this really quick. I promise this is worth it. I promise this is worth it. Well, here's our alphabet. Here's the alphabet. It starts at 5. Position 5 is E. We move forward. What is that? 13 spaces. We get to 18, that brings us to R. We move backwards 26 spaces, which would actually just give us R again. We move backwards 3 spaces. So back 3 from R is O again. So it's error detection, error protection? And then it's forward again, because then it's R. Okay, so let me explain that. This number makes no goddamn sense. That thing is basically useless. All of that is basically useless. Let me explain. Reds are pluses, as we said. So it goes 5 plus, go forward 13 spaces. So we start here, go forward 13. That brings us to R. So we go backwards 26. Which, that's the link to the alphabet, so we just end up here again. Then it's minus again, so we go back 3 spaces. That's 4. And then it's plus again, so then 5 is there. That's where I'm getting with that. Hold on, I have to turn off song requests really quick. Because this might be the answer and I might have to play a chart. And I'm not making that mistake again. Big reveal time, baby. Big reveal time. Good lord. Okay, that's right. I have to do this puzzle too. I forgot I forgot how this game works. My bad, chat. I forgot that what you actually get is a second puzzle for solving the first one.
Fingers in his ass. Fingers in his ass. Kanye West he loves. Fingers in his ass. Fingers in his ass. Fingers in his
Sorry.
ass.
This
Kanye
vision
West
song,
he
dude.
loves.
Press enter.
Fingers in his ass. Kanye West he loves.
What? 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 That's all I have to do? That's all I have to do? What's all I have to do? What? That's all I have. What?
So you can hear me. Death is not hopeless. Progress requires information. I hope this is difficult.